Hola amigos, once again, this is your maestro, Kiongo Muigai, telling you, let's start with buenos días, or buenas tardes, or buenas noches, depending on the time that you're going to be watching this video, or the time you're watching this video. Now, if you recall our previous lesson, we did the greetings. So that's just a simple recap of our previous lesson. So once again, buenos días, buenas tardes, or buenas noches, depending on the time you are watching this video. Again, this is your maestro, Kiongo Muigai, welcoming you, my amigos, to yet another session on Spanish Central, the place to be for the Spanish lesson. So thank you again for the feedback, for subscribing, and for the comments and the sharing. Once again, as we say in Espanol, muchas gracias, le agradezco mucho. So today's lesson is an interesting lesson. It's an interesting lesson. And why am I saying so? Because today we're going to learn how to introduce oneself. We're going to learn how to introduce oneself. And after you introduce yourself, how does the other person respond? So that's our lesson for today. One thing I'd like to call to your attention before we begin is that pay attention, like previously, like I've said in Spanish, there are two forms of you, Y or U. There is a you informal, which you use with friends, family, or people who are younger than you, and that's the one we say tú in Spanish, tú, T-U. And there is a you informal. You informal, the one you use with strangers, the one you use like in your job setting, or if, like I said in the previous lesson, if you are not sure, go ahead and go use the usted. Go ahead and use the usted, the form one, if you are not sure of the context or if you are not sure of how to treat any kind of interaction you may have. Because in Spanish, these are very sensitive and they can be culturally awkward if you use the wrong one or the right one in the wrong occasion. It can be culturally very awkward. So again, lesson for today is going to be the introductions, and we say introducciones in Espanol. So let's look at our board here, see what we have today. And again, if you are just getting to this video, or this is your first video and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Hit the subscribe button, the red button on there. And if you want to be notified, get a notification whenever we upload a video, just hit the bell icon, which is the notification icon, and you're going to be notified whenever we upload a new video. So let me set our board here. Let's see. Let's set our board here. Okay. And we can deal with the introductions today. Probably. Okay, there we go. So also one more thing, notice that you're going to see the symbols. You're going to see the introverted question mark. Remember in Spanish from the last video, I said, when you want to pose a question or a phrase, we have two question marks in Spanish. The first at the beginning of the phrase or the sentence, we have the inverted question mark at the beginning. Then at the end, we have the regular question mark, we know. So let's go to the top of the page. Let's go to the top of the page. It says introductions / introducciones. Introductions / introducciones. So the first one, how to present oneself, or how to engage in an introductory session, is you ask, ¿Cómo te llamas? Or I forgot the S there. Excuse me. Very important. Forgot the S at the top. ¿Cómo te llamas? S. And remember, like in the previous lesson, if you watched the lesson on the alphabet, This is the double L. Llamas is the double L. And double L is pronounced like, has a sounding of a Y. So that's why I'm saying como te llamas. And again, if you see that accent, sharp accent on top, it means there's going to be a stress on the letter on which it falls over. So it's over the os, it's going to be como te llamas. Como te llamas. Now, whenever you see TA or TU, that's the informal. That's the informal one. So this you are asking a friend or somebody you are used to, or this is the informal one. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? And right there I've written in brackets INF, informal. Whenever you see T, E, or T, just know it's the informal one. So there you're asking a friend of somebody you are familiar with, ¿Cómo te llamas? Or somebody younger than you, ¿Cómo te llamas? And there you go. And then there is a ¿Cómo se llama usted? ¿Cómo se llama usted? So you see the difference in the ending, the llamas there. What's your name? It has yam s at the end with the informal one. If you come to the one at the bottom, the formal one, it's just double L-A-M-A. ¿Cómo se llama usted? So these are the kind of endings. Again, if you look at my previous videos, the you informal versus formal, there's a video for that. You're going to see I've explained the differences. I'm just setting the hyphens there. So that's, now what's your name? The formal one. That's why I've written FOR, formal, form one. What's your name? And then the response is me llamo, M-E-L-L-A-M-O, M-E-L-L-A-M-O. Me llamo, that's how we answer, and then you can slide in your name. So me llamo means my name is, so me llamo Kyungo. Me llamo, put your name. So that's the response when somebody asks you, ¿Cómo te llamas? Or ¿Cómo se llama usted? My name is, you respond, me llamo. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto means pleased to meet you. Mucho gusto means pleased to meet you. Now, after somebody asks you, like, what's your name? If they use ¿Cómo se llama usted? You can also ask them after you respond me llamo. You can also ask them ¿Y usted? Remember, Y by itself means and. Y by itself, it means and. Let me, Y, just Y, the letter Y, and this is again, you're going to find this elsewhere. The letter Y by itself means, can you see on there? Let me write it a little bit over here. The letter Y by itself means, and I'm going to use a different color. Excuse me. The letter Y by itself means and. And. So Y means and. Yeah, my Y looks funny. Let me delete it. So Y means and. Okay? And. So if somebody, after they've told you, they've asked you like, ¿Cómo se llama usted? And you want to know their name, after you respond me llamo, you can also ask them, ¿Y usted? And you? And you? ¿Y usted? And you? The formal one. If it's the informal setting, you can ask them ¿Y tú? And you? Informal one. And you? Informal one. So now we know how to introduce oneself, or how to ask what's your name in both settings, formal and informal, and we know the most common way somebody can respond right there. And so you can take that introduction or that dialogue further. You can take it further and ask somebody like, ¿De dónde eres tú? ¿De dónde eres tú? Where are you from? Again, whenever you see TU2, just know that's the informal. So If you're asking somebody whom you consider you're involved in an informal setting, you can ask them, de donde eres tú? Where are you from? Again, notice the accent at the top of what oh right there. It means there's going to be a stress on the oh. De donde eres tú? Where are you from? If it's in the formal setting, you're going to ask them, de donde es usted? De donde es usted? Where are you from? The formal one. And how somebody responds, they say, yo soy de, I am from, and then you right there fill up. If you want to identify yourself by your city of birth or your city of residence or your country of residence, whichever I've left out space, you're going to say, yo soy de, I am from, then it's upon you to go there and fill out where do you want to say you are from, your city or your country or your continent. So that's going to be left up to you. So let's do a quick recap. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? That's the informal one. ¿Cómo se llama usted? What's your name? That's the formal one. Me llamo, my name is, fill up your name. Mucho gusto, pleased to meet you. Mucho gusto, pleased to meet you. Y usted and you, like somebody after you've told them, you've asked them, ¿Cómo se llama usted? And they give you their name, me llamo. You can ask them, y usted and you. Whenever we see usted, just know that's a formal setting. Or you can ask them, y tú and you, informal one. Then you can go ahead and ask somebody, ¿De dónde eres tú? Where are you from? If it's the informal, somebody you consider, it's in an informal setting, you're going to ask, ¿De dónde eres tú? Where are you from? Or ¿De dónde es usted? Where are you from? In the formal setting. And then they're going to respond, yo soy de, it can be yo soy de, name your city of birth or city of residence, your country, yo soy de, I am from, then plug it in there, your city, your country, your continent, and you are gone. And right there, muy bien, we have the introductions of the introducciones. So that was our lesson today. I believe we are making good progress. Now we know how to, the greetings, we are familiar with the greetings. That was our previous lesson. Now we know how to introduce oneself. We know how to introduce oneself. So like I said, languages are building blocks. Languages are building blocks. Remember, we started with conjugations, then now we have come to greetings, and we are going to continue like building on what we have already learned. So now we have at least simple phrases, 1, 2, 3 words, and this is how you start. This is how you build your competence. This is how I started. I'm telling you from experience. Before building from the very initial level all the way up to being able to get a degree. That's how you start. You build on it, and before you realize you've hit your competence. So, amigos, once again, muchas gracias. Thank you for watching the video. Please continue sharing, inviting friends, and subscribing and bringing the feedback. So from your amigo and from your maestro, Kiongo Muigai, once again, adios. I'll see you next time, and muchas gracias. Remember to subscribe and hit the notify button, share, leave a comment. Muchas gracias. Adios.